What if the Roman Empire hadn't fallen? If they had all fled to America? Welcome to Histoire et Mystère. Today's story, a Roman secret in America. Stay till the end. The air in the archives of the Vatican's secret repository is thick with the scent of decaying parchment. It was there, in the autumn of 1887, that a young scholar named Julian Vane discovered a leather-bound journal. The journal belonged to Alessandro Cortesi, a Venetian navigator who claimed to have seen the edge of the sun. This was not just a diary. It was a map to a world that defied the geography of the Renaissance. The story begins in the winter of 1492, as Columbus was sailing west into the unknown. But while Spain looked at the Caribbean, a shadow war was being fought in the dark alleys of Venice. Alessandro Cortesi was a man of logic, a student of the stars, and a skeptic of the supernatural. Yet, his life changed when he was summoned to investigate ghost ships appearing in the Adriatic. These were vessels of Roman design, crewed by men who spoke a dialect of Latin dead for 1,000 years. As Julian Vane turned the brittle pages in 1887, he realized Cortesi had uncovered a rift in history. The mystery stretched from the submerged temples of the Mediterranean to the American Northeast. Cortesi's journey took him across the Atlantic to find a lost civilization that fled the fall of Rome. They had established a hidden empire in North America, using technologies that merged Roman engineering with magnetic minerals. The secret was kept for centuries by a clandestine order known as the Keepers of the Meridian. This group included powerful figures, from the genius Leonardo da Vinci to the American founder Benjamin Franklin. The journal described a city of copper and steam, hidden deep within the canyons of the New World. There, the survivors of the ancient world had built a society shielded from the chaos of European wars. Cortesi described seeing iron birds that sang with the voice of the wind, and mirrors that captured souls. It sounded like madness. Yet Julian found a photograph from 1852 tucked into the back of the journal. It showed a Roman legionary standing before a steam-powered locomotive in the middle of a vast desert. The narrative shifts back to Cortesi in the 15th century, hunted by the Inquisition for his heresy. He carried a device called the Chronos globe, a mechanical marvel that functioned as a compass for time. Julian realized that even the American Civil War might have been a cover for a conflict over this technology. He discovered records of gold shipments diverted to a location labeled the Eternal City of the West. As Julian dug deeper, he realized he was being watched by men in dark suits, the modern-day keepers. The story becomes a race against time, bridging the Renaissance, the Victorian era, and the modern world. It is a tale of forgotten maps and the terrifying realization that history books are merely sanitized versions of reality. As Julian prepares to flee Rome, he discovers the final, chilling entry in the ancient journal. The edge of the sun wasn't a place, but a recurring cataclysm that the Romans had learned to survive. According to Cortesi's calculations, the next cycle of this global disaster is set to begin again very soon. The past is never truly dead. It is waiting in the shadows for someone brave enough to see the truth. Thanks for watching the full story.